Hey guys, we just got back from a cruise on the Carnival Panorama, and I wanted to take the time to show you a few things that we enjoyed about our vacation. Starting out, we have a room tour of our Cloud9 spa balcony. The room had custom colors, upgraded towels, and a few other things like upgraded shampoo and soap. The mini fridge was a little on the small side, but kept our drinks cold. The room only had outlets over the desk, but I was able to get an extension cord from our room steward to run my CPAP machine. The room stewards are great. If you need something, you should go to them first. The room had standard storage space with closets and drawers. We really enjoyed our week on the Carnival Panorama. There was a slot to store your room key while you were in the room to keep the lights and cooler on. The bathroom was standard size and came with upgraded shampoo and body wash since it was a spa room. Don't forget to pack your own hand soap and conditioner. The shampoo worked really well with my wife's long hair. Here's the boat sailing away from Long Beach. Things got started very quickly with the sail away party. There was lots of music and dancing. It looked like a lot of fun, although I didn't attend because of a reservation I had at the Sky Zone. There's always so much to do on Carnival ships that you're always going to find things that you want to do that are scheduled at the same time as other things you are going to do. You'll likely never get to do everything you want, but that's good because there's a lot of choice and you're bound to find something that you'll enjoy. Up next, we are going to start our ship tour. I found the front of the ship walking around level 11, and that is the cruise hot tub down there. Here is the pool midship, where the movie nights and many events were hosted. I really enjoyed exploring the ship early morning before most of the crowds were out. The sky ride was free to do on the ship and had a weight limit of 250 pounds, with a minimum height requirement of 54 inches. The ropes course had a height requirement of 48 inches and a weight limit of 275 pounds. The sports square had lots of things to do, including playing chess, many different games like foosball, ping pong, mini golf, and this really cool oversized version of pool which used mini soccer balls. The Carnival Waterworks had two large water slides. The Red Fun slide, which used tubes, had a height requirement of 48 inches and a max weight limit of 265 pounds. The Blue Fun slide had a height requirement of 42 inches. Carnival has added a lot of space for kids to enjoy. They have the Dr. Seuss Bookville, where you could go read Dr. Seuss books to your kids. In addition, there was Camp Ocean, where you could take your kids and drop them off for free during most hours of the day. Camp Ocean only allows authorized people to check your child in and out. The Green Eggs and Ham Breakfast looks really fun and had an additional fee of $10 for adults and $8 for kids. Sky Zone was a lot of fun. We took my daughter there 3 times during the week. They had a tug-of-war, a balance beam, a rope ladder, a rock climbing wall, and then trampolines and basketball on the other side. The Sky Zone did have an added fee, which was around $15. I would recommend booking your session prior to leaving on your trip to get the most availability. Here we take a look at the arcade. You may want to consider adding a limit on how much your child can spend before sending them here with their free time. Another fun activity to do with your kids was the Build-A-Bear workshop. This was on the last sea day for us. I would recommend getting there a little early to get a good number so that you move through the line pretty quickly once the workshop starts.
Best friend, and just behind the youth team over here is the stuffing station.
There were several nights during the week where there was a dine-in movie offered. They would play movies on the large screen TV right next to the pool. Next, let's take a look at the Cloud9 Spa. The spa had many services available, but I really enjoyed the heated stone benches you see right there. They were very relaxing and nice to go to when you had a few minutes of downtime. The hot tub in the spa was usually not as crowded as the ones on the main deck, but that can vary from time to time. The aroma steam rooms were very nice and very good at opening up my sinuses. Here's a little bit of our footage from Puerto Vallarta. We booked the Las Calitas getaway through Carnival. Really enjoyed the place, but didn't have enough time there once we actually got there and got back. It was raining that evening when we got back on the ship. It was kind of fun seeing how large the water droplets got being in the tropics. Here's some footage just outside of Mazatlan. We ended up getting off the boat and taking a local taxi for a city tour this day. It was a really artistic city and had lots of beautiful places. Mazatlan had a lot of fresh seafood, cliff divers, and lots of shopping. The next morning we pulled into Cabo San Lucas. The boat was docked off land, so water shuttles were required to get to Cabo from the ship. In Cabo, we took a 10-minute walk to a local beach. The beach was called Playa Coral Negro. The beach was nice, although the snorkeling was a little on the murky side the day we were there. There were lots of local vendors trying to sell stuff, so be careful. The ship did have an area for adults only. The minimum age requirement was 21. It had a hot tub, a restaurant, and a bar. The Panorama had its own brewery on board, and a self-dispensing station which was pay per ounce for the beer. While bars aren't typically my thing, there were lots on board and plenty to choose from. Here's a peek inside of the Havana Bar and Lounge. And the Limelight Lounge. The Library Bar, which also had a lot of board games you could go play. The Panorama also featured the Pixel Photo Shop, where you go purchase prints and photos taken by Carnival of you throughout the week. Next, we'll talk about food. No cruise would be complete without a trip to the soft serve machine a few times. Guy's Burger was really good and usually had a little bit of a line. They were open until 5 p.m., so it was a good place for lunch. The pizzeria was very tasty, and the pizza was always fresh and delicious. Guy's Pig and Anchor had both paid and free options. The paid option was a menu you would sit down in the restaurant and order from, and the free option was lunch during the week, mostly on C-days from what I understand, and I believe it ended at 3 o'clock. I enjoyed the pulled pork, chicken, and sausage. Fahrenheit 555 Steakhouse was a paid option. It is $48 for adults and $13 for a child. The Panorama also had Gigi's Kitchen and an Italian restaurant that both had free lunch options. Both restaurants were paid dinners, which were $18 for adults and $16 for a child. There were plenty of places to wash your hands on the Lido deck. I think the sinks that Carnival has implemented are pretty cool. We did not eat many meals at the buffet. It was mostly a place we went for snacks and dessert. We really enjoyed the sit-down dining offered during brunch, breakfast, and regular dinner. The buffet featured a cake bar that was available during lunch hours. Next, we have some footage of our food during the week. This was the free lunch offered by the Italian restaurant. They would hand you a slip of paper where you would choose what you wanted. I really enjoyed the lasagna and ordered it multiple times over the week. Here are a few things we got in the main dining room for dinner. Next, we have a few items that were featured during our C-Day brunch. This was the breakfast taco from the Blue Iguana. It had shredded chicken on it and was very tasty. We found this cool display of towel animals the morning we arrived in Cabo San Lucas. Here was Long Beach early morning as the ship was just pulling in. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you are considering taking a trip on the Panorama, I would recommend doing so. That's all for now. Bon voyage.